only have 2 days left. I can't believe it. This is just so crazy. Today went really well. My kids started school this week, so my routine has been like a little bit off in the mornings. And I'm not going to lie, I've totally slacked off on the Tai Chi program and the personal development. I just kind of got to a point where I wasn't feeling it. And that's not really like me to just like give up on something, but I'm finding that I'm using my time in other ways. I'm taking a nutrition class right now, so I spent some time this morning working on that, and I'm learning a ton, and I feel like that's going to be something that is going to help me to provide better service to my clients and customers. So I feel like that's a really good use of my time right now. Still sticking very closely to the food. I have been making some little swaps. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but one of the things is I love kale. Like, people think I'm nuts, but I love kale. Like, I'll saute it with a little bit of olive oil, and I'll put some sea salt on it, and then I'll once it starts to cook down a little bit, I'll add some lemon juice and just mix it up, and it's so delicious. I love it. So instead of doing, like, there's a recipe for coconut collard greens, and I think tomorrow maybe it's like braised greens or whatever. I'm just doing my kale, partially just because I have a bunch of kale and it's just easier to do that. And I'm finding that, like, with the vegetables and greens, I don't want any of that stuff to go bad, but I have to buy like a whole bag of collard greens, but then not eat it all. And then for several days, I'm not eating it because I'm following the meal plan and there are other things in there. So I've just been doing kale, and it's totally fine. I've lost, I think, almost 8 pounds at this point. So obviously I'm doing it something right. So this morning I had fruit again. For lunch, it was, I had some leftover soup. So there's this miso, like a hearty vegetable miso soup, and I had some left over from the last time. So I had frozen it, which was great because it took forever to make. And it's not really my favorite, so I didn't really want to make a whole other batch anyway. So I had some frozen. I took it out this morning so it could thaw out, heated it up, and had that with my lunch, which was the microgreen salad. And that had fewer, because I was eating something with it, it had fewer toasted pumpkin seeds on it, but it was still really good. I'm really loving that microgreen salad, and that's probably going to be something that I continue with after. Some of these recipes I'm going to be using quite a bit, I think, afterwards, because I'm really enjoying them. And then dinner tonight, again, was beets, and I was totally fine with it. When they're roasted, they're pretty good. And I had kale, and then baked tempeh. So, and I've gotten, so I really like the tempeh, and that's something else I'm going to continue with afterwards. That's just soybeans. And it's really good. It's really delicious. So my husband was asking me today, like, are you really going to continue with this? And I said, yeah, I mean, it's important. My health is very important to me. And with all the health scares I've had in the past year, if this is something that I can do to prevent any more diseases, or God forbid, my cancer coming back, or any other issues like that, it's worth it to me. It's totally worth it. And, they ordered pizza tonight for dinner, and it doesn't even faze me, because honestly, at this point, I've been eating so healthy, and I've been focused so much on eating vegetables and fruit and, healthy sources of plant-based protein, that pizza didn't even look good to me at all. So, it doesn't really bother me, but I think that, it's hard for people who don't eat healthy. They feel like it's going to bother me or whatever. But I mean, honestly, like, this is a choice I'm making. Like, it's not that I'm not allowed to do that stuff. It's not like I'm not allowed to eat pizza. This is a choice that I'm making, and I'm making it for a reason, and it's important to me, and I'm sticking with it. So I think that's really the key for a lot of people who have that, like, diet mentality. Like, I'm going on a diet and I can't have this and I can't have that. Instead of focusing on the can't, focus on the can. What can you have? I changed my language. So it's not like I can't have this. It's, I get to have this. I get to have kale for dinner tonight. I get to have tempeh for dinner tonight. And that was how I was thinking about it, because I enjoy those things now. So I think that when you first start, it can be very overwhelming, but over time, your taste buds change and you start to feel really good, and you don't want to do anything to mess that up. So that's really where that momentum comes in. You have to start by getting inspired, and then you have to find that motivation within yourself to do it. And then once you start to see results, that's really where that momentum continues to keep you going. So that's where I'm at right now. And I think that anybody can get there, but it just takes a little bit of persistence and really just belief in yourself and what you can do, and you know, knowing that you're doing something good for yourself. So 2 days left. Tomorrow's farmers market day. I'm not positive that we're going to go because I don't really need anything at this point. I went to Whole Foods today and picked up some stuff. I have to check the recipe book though to see if I'm missing anything. But usually we do go to the farmer's market on Saturday unless it rains. And then Sunday is my last day. I can't believe it. This went by so fast, you guys. Like, it really, really did. So, and again, you know, I mean, like I said, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, like, I highly recommend this program. It's changed my relationship with food. It's gotten me really thinking more about nutrition and food as a fuel for my body and not just like a comfort, which I was kind of getting back to that again, especially with my surgery and stuff, just like wanting comfort food. And that's really not what food is about. Food is supposed to contribute to our health and keep us going and give us energy. And, you know, some of the crap that we put into our bodies just work against that. So this was a good reminder for me. So I hope everybody is having a great day or great night whenever you're watching this, and I will be back again tomorrow. Bye.